the ground shake.
Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gummy. Today we are back once again for another statue tutorial. Once again, continue with the theme of Fortnite. Today we are doing the Wildcard Skins. And I say skins because of course there's 4 different versions. You have the heart variant, the diamond variant, the clubs variant and the spades variant, and this all kind of links in with the high stakes event which is going on Fortnite right now. So again, I want to hear from you guys in the comment section below, not only what you think about the skin, because personally, not the biggest fan, but also what you're thinking about the high stakes event, because I haven't actually been able to play it too much. And I guess I'll talk about that later on in the video as to why. But yeah, not feeling much love for Fortnite at the moment. Still really enjoying putting out the skins though. So again, if you do enjoy this series, please do leave a like on the video. Also, again, as I always say, let me know what Battle Pass tier you are. I want to kind of keep an idea as to how everyone's doing. I'm currently 76, so cutting it a bit fine in terms of the Ragnarok skin. But anyways, enough waffling about Fortnite. In terms of the actual statue, the blocks you're going to need are as following. You are going to need black concrete, black wool, white concrete, white wool, light grey wool, red concrete, and grey wool. So of course, the red wool and the red concrete are for the 2 red versions, that being the hearts and the diamonds, and the grey concrete and grey wool is for the clubs and the spades. The black suits, however, we can't use black because it will merge with the eyes. So in this situation, we're using grey. If you want to use black, feel free. Personally, I don't think it looks quite as good. And as I always do, if you do enjoy the video, please consider leaving a like on it on the way out, as well as leaving a comment to say what you want to see in the future on the channel. If you haven't already, definitely consider subscribing, turn on the notification bell if you actually want to get notified when I upload, or follow me on Twitter at GummyBearGames, where I tweet out every time. In terms of my server, once again, that is TantoNetwork.com. That's a Minecraft PC server. That's free to join. The IP is TantoNetwork.com. That's all in the description. So again, feel free to come and join us there. But without further ado, let's get straight into the tutorial. So we're going to start off by building the front side of the legs. The front side of the legs is going to be a 12x8 rectangle, like normal. And we're going to start off with our first layer, which is again going to consist of 8 blocks. So our first layer is nice and simple. It's going to be 8 black concrete. Once again, that's 8 black concrete. And on top of this, we're going to do a second layer of, again, 8 black concrete. For the third layer, we are going to place 1 white wool, 2 black concrete, 2 white concrete, 2 black concrete, and 1 white wool. And that is our third layer. Now, on top of this white concrete here, what we're going to do is we're going to build up 7 layers using 2 white concrete. Essentially, this is just getting the detail out of the way, and then we'll fill in the bulk of the material, which is of course going to be white wool. So once again, we build up 7. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on this side, again, up 7, and then we're going to build 1 to the left, and 1 to the right, and this will bring you to the 10th layer. So we're going to build an additional 2 layers on top of it, but that should give you a basic idea of the height. Now, either side of these blocks, we're going to fill it in with white wool, and we're going to do this all the way up until the 10th layer, and then for the 11th and 12th layers, we're going to cap it off with 2 layers of white wool, but we'll get to that in a second. For now, we're just placing 3 blocks of white wool either side, until we get to the 10th layer, where we place 2, and then for the 11th and 12th layers, as I said, we're going to place 8 blocks of white wool. Once you've done that, it ends up looking something like this. That is a 12x8 rectangle, and that is the basics of the front side of the legs. Now, in terms of the 3D effects, what we're going to do is we're going to come to the bottom left corner. We're going to leave 1 block. We're going to place 2 black concrete. And once again, a 3D effect is on top of, not replacing, not into, not whatever else, it's placing it in front of, on top of. We're going to leave a 2 block gap, place 2 more, leave a 1 block gap. On top of each of the black concrete, we're going to place 2 black wool. And if you back up, the front side of the leg should now look something like this. And that is the front side complete. So once again, that is a 12x8 rectangle. I recommend if you don't have something looking like this, you go back in the video, see where things haven't gone quite to plan. But of course, again, you're more than welcome just to continue watching. So, for the next part, that's the legs done. Next part is going to be the front side of the body. We're going to start off by placing a layer of 8 white concrete. Once again, that's 8 white concrete. To the left of this, we're going to place 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, and 2 black concrete. On the right side, we do the exact same. 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, and 2 black concrete. So again, 4 to the left, and 4 to the right. And essentially what this is doing is marking out where the hands are going to begin, where the arms start, should I say, and we're not going to worry about it for now. We'll come back to that later on in the video. For now, we're actually just going to worry about the actual front side of the body. Once we've done that, we'll then revert back to the arms. For now, it's just marking out where it goes, saves us some time later down the line. So anyways, continuing now with the body. Once again, the body, just like the legs, is a 12 by 8 rectangle. We are going to come to the 4th and 5th block on this first layer here, and we're going to build up 1, 2, 3, using white concrete on both layers. So again, it's now a 3-block extension. From here, what we're going to do is we're going to go up diagonal to the left, and then up 1, 2, 3, and up diagonal to right on the right side, and then again 1, 2, 3. Going back to the left side, we're going to go once again up diagonal to the left, and then up 1, 2, 3, and exact same on the right side, up diagonal to right, 1, 2, 3, and this brings you up to our 12th layer. It gives you almost like the V of a suit, so we've got the outer parts of the jacket, and then this is where the inner shirt and tie go. In terms of the outer areas, we're going to fill that all in with white wool, so we just bring it all the way in line, and as I said, it should be 12 blocks tall in total. Do the exact same on the right side, so just bring it all the way up to the top, in line with the white concrete, and that leaves us with this gap in the middle, which we're going to fill in right now. So we're going to start off at the bottom by placing 2 light grey wool. On top of this, 2 white wool, 2 light grey wool, and then the remaining area is going to be filled in with white wool all the way up until this top point. That gives you your basic 12 by 8 rectangle. So once again, if you want to pause, this is a good opportunity to do so. In terms of 3D effects in this part, very, very simple. We come to the top left corner. The 3rd block, so this block of white wool, we're going to place 1 white concrete, 2 black concrete, and 1 white concrete. So essentially, this is a collar, tie, collar. Underneath this black concrete in the middle, on the left side, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. And on the right side, we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1 block longer on the right side. Again, that's just so that it's not a solid stripe down the middle like that. If you prefer it like that, then feel free to keep it. Personally, I like having it kind of off-sided or off-centered, so that it just looks a bit more interesting rather than just straight blocky lines. So anyways, yeah, that is the front side of the body. Once again, a 12 by 8, and if you want to pause, please feel free to do so. Now, in terms of the arms, if you haven't already, come to the 13th layer of the build. We're going to go 4 blocks to the left and also 4 blocks to the right. The arms are going to be a 12 by 4 rectangle, so that's 12 tall, 4 wide, and of course this is our first layer. For the second layer, from left to right, we are going to place 2 black concrete, 1 black wool, and 1 black concrete. On top of this, for the 3rd layer, 4 black concrete. For the 4th layer, we're going to place 4 white concrete, and on top of this, we are going to place 8 layers of white wool. So we build this all the way up to the top, in line with the front side of the body. And if you back up, it should now look something like this. So again, 4 layers at the bottom, 3 layers of the black gloves, 1 layer of kind of like the, what would be the word? The cuff of the jacket, and then the arm itself, 8 layers. Now, we come to the 4th layer. On the right side, we're going to punch up 1 and 2, and replace both blocks with white concrete. What we're then going to do is come up to the top left corner, go down to the 10th layer, 2nd block, punch out 1, go down 1, and we're also from the original block here going to go up diagonal to the right and replace 1. So again, just small details, but it just makes it look a bit more interesting rather than it just being plain white wool. In terms of 3D effects for this side, all we're going to do is go to the 4th layer and place 4 white concrete in front of that, again just to signify the cuffs of the jacket or the sleeve, and again just add a bit more interest to the arms. Now the good news is, that's the arm complete. The even better news is, the right arm is the exact same, just mirrored, so if you want to copy it over, you're more than welcome to do so. However, I'm going to head over and go through it nonetheless. So heading over to the right side, once again, same logic applies. 13th layer of the build, we go 4 blocks to the right, that consisting of 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, and 2 black concrete. For the second layer, we repeat this pattern, so 1 concrete, 1 wool, 2 concrete, and for the 3rd layer, 4 concrete. For the 4th layer, 4 white concrete, on top of this, 8 layers of white wool. That brings you all the way up until the top of the build, as you can see, And then what we'll do, just like we did on the other side, is punch out a few blocks and just detail it a bit, make it look a bit more interesting. So starting off, we come to the 5th layer, first block. We're going to punch and go up one, replace both with white concrete, then come to the top right corner, 10th layer, second block in from right, punch, down, and also up diagonal to the left, and replace all 3 blocks in total. Final touch, come to the 4th layer, 4 blocks of white concrete as our 3D effect, and once again, as you can see, it's the exact same as the left side, and that is the right arm, or at least the front side of the right arm, complete. So again, right now, statue is 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. Okie dokie. So again, opportunity to pause. Please, if you don't have something that looks like this, skip forwards in the video, don't do it. It's just, doesn't work well. So if you don't have something that looks like that, then of course just go back, see where things haven't gone quite to plan, and work from there. Again, if you still have any issues, let me know in the comment section below, and I can try and help you as much as possible. So in terms of making this statue 3D, because right now, bit plain, bit simple, but it is also 2D, so that's a big issue. What we're going to do is come around to the left side. From this black concrete here, we're going to expand 1, 2, 3 to the left. Now the sides of the legs is going to be a 12 by 4. However, 4th block is already here. This block here, that's your 4th block. Done, dusted, out the way. What this means is we're only placing 3 blocks per layer because 1, 2, 3 plus the existing layer gives us our 12 by 4. Hopefully that makes sense. So as you can see, first layer is already done. That is 3 black concrete. Second layer, once again, is going to be 3 black concrete. Third layer is going to be 2 black concrete, 1 white concrete. Fourth layer is going to be 1 white wall, 2 white concrete. On top of this, we're going to do 1 white wall, 1 white concrete, and 1 white wall. On top of that, we're going to do 2 white wall, 1 white concrete. We're then going to do 3 white wall. On top of this, 2 white wall, 1 white concrete. Next layer, 1 white wall, 1 white concrete, 1 white wall, and we repeat this for a second layer. For the 11th and 12th layers, we're going to do 3 white wall. That brings you all the way up to the top, gives you a 12 by 4, and that is the left side of the leg complete. So again, I'll give you a view from a side angle, just in case you want to pause. And once we've done that, we're ready to move on to the right side, which is, once again, the exact same pattern. So heading around to the right side. Starting off, we have this black concrete here. Exact same applies, 1, 2, 3 to the right. Just like before, first block's already done, so we're only placing 3 blocks per layer. Second layer is going to consist of 3 black concrete. Third layer is 1 white concrete and 2 black concrete. Fourth layer is going to be 2 white concrete, 1 white wall. Next layer is going to be 1 white wall, 1 concrete, and 1 wall. On top of this, we are going to place 1 concrete, 2 white wall, 1 layer of 3 white wall. So again, backing up so you can see, that is our 7th layer. For our 8th layer, we are going to do 1 white concrete, 2 white wall. Next 2 layers is going to be 1 white wall, 1 white concrete, 1 white wall. And then the 11th and 12th layers, the final 2 layers, is going to be 3 white wall. Again, that is the exact same as the left side, and from a corner angle, looks like this. So right now, as you can see, statue starting to take shape. In terms of the arms, we are going to come around to the rear side of the hands, this part here, and we're going to expand from this line here, backwards, 1, 2, 3, using black concrete, and we're going to do this all the way across. If you come over to the other side, exact same applies, so 1, 2, 3 backwards, and what this will give you is a 4x4 square, as you can see here, a 4x4 platform, and that's important because if you don't fill this in, you're going to have a hole in the hand later on. You'll end up something like this, and again, that's not ideal, so make sure you do fill it in. If you don't, again, causes problems slightly down the line. What this also gives us is a platform to build off the sides, which is very, very handy. So if you come around to the left side, you should currently be presented with something that looks like this. So that is essentially a backwards L. It's a 12 by 4. Of course, 4th block's already done, so we're only placing 3 blocks per layer, and it's very, very simple. So let's begin. The first 3 layers, including the layer that's already done, is going to be 3 black concrete. We're going to cap that off with 3 white concrete, and then 8 layers of 3 white wall. This will give you a 12 by 4. Of course, we're going to add detail, but for now, that is the basic shape. Once again, that's 3 layers of black concrete, 1 layer of white concrete, and 8 layers of white wall. In terms of the detailing, we're going to start off by coming to the fourth layer, placing a row of 4 white concrete as a 3D effect. As you can see, that links up with the front side and gives this continuation of the cuffs going around all the sides of the body. In terms of the actual suit detailing, we're going to come to the fifth layer, third block from left, punch out, replace with light grey. We're also going to go up 1, leave a block, up a second block, and replace with light grey wool once again. And again, that's kind of representing the buttons on the sides of the jacket. We're then, from this third block again, going to leave a 2 block gap this time, punch out the third block, replace with white concrete, and go up diagonal to left. This will bring you to the second block on the 11th layer. And once you've done that, that is all the detailing done, and that is the left side of the arm complete. Once again, that is a 12x4, and from a side angle, looks like this. So, again, pause if you need to, and we're going to head around to the right side and repeat the exact same thing yet again. So, heading around to the right side, again, first 3 layers is going to be black concrete, 1 layer of white concrete, and then 8 layers of white wool. Very, very easy stuff. Again, shouldn't be able to mess up at this point. Fourth layer, we're going to place 4 white concrete as a 3D effect. Fifth layer, second block, replaced with light grey wool. 7th layer, second block, light grey wool. And 10th layer, second block, white concrete. From here, we're going to go up diagonal to the right. Again, place a second white concrete. And as easy and as quickly as that, that is the right side of the arm complete. So again, apologies if it is going too fast. But again, just pause the video and you'll be able to work it out just from looking at the picture on screen right now. So if I back up now, you can see that is the statue so far. Again, we're making really nice progress. However, if you come around to the rear side, it's not as nice, a bit lacking. So that's what we're going to work on, finishing that up, and then ultimately we're just left with the head. So, starting off with the rear side of the legs. The rear side of the legs is going to be a 12x8 rectangle. However, left side and right side is already done, which means 2 rows are done out the way and don't need to worry about them. What this means is we're only placing 6 blocks per layer from left to right, linking each side. And again, it's pretty simple, so let's begin. First 3 layers is going to be black concrete. Once again, that is 6 black concrete. For the 4th layer, we're going to leave a 2 block gap. We're then going to build up 8 using white concrete. Next to that, again, 8 white concrete, 1 to the left, 1 to the right on the top layer, which is the 10th layer, and then the remaining area, right up until layer 12, is going to be white wool. So it's the exact same as the front side from that perspective in terms of the T-shape with the white concrete, and then the remaining area being white wool. So once again, that is your 12x8. It is as simple as that. And again, if you want to pause, please feel free. For the upper body, we're going to start off by placing a layer of 8 white concrete, so that's our first layer. On top of this, we're going to build up 11 using white wool, and we're going to do this all the way across, and it will give us a 12x8 rectangle. So again, a 12x8 rectangle, it's going to be a plain canvas, I was about to say campus there, a plain canvas, and from here we'll add some small details using white concrete. Again, it's just to prevent it essentially just being plain. You don't need to add it, but personally I feel it makes it look a lot better. So as you can see, that's the basic shape. That is 1 layer of white concrete, 11 layers of white wool. In terms of detailing, we are going to come to the 3rd layer, 3rd block, punch out, replace with white concrete. We're going to leave a 2 block gap, punch out, replace with white concrete. On the left side, we're going to go up diagonal to left, right side, up diagonal to right, and that is the first segment of the detailing. There's 3 segments in total. For the next segment, we are going to come to the 7th layer, 4th and 5th block in the middle, replace 2 white concrete, and then go up diagonal to the left and up diagonal to the right. Final segment, come to the 11th layer, 2nd block, punch out 2nd and 3rd block, leave a 2 block gap, punch out 6th and 7th blocks, and on the left side, go down 1, right side, go down 1. I replace all 3 blocks on either side with white concrete. Once you've done that, that is the pattern on the rear side of the jacket, and as you can see, that is a 12x8 rectangle. So again, I can't help looking and seeing like a mini face there with the eyes and the mouth. If you want to change that, feel free. But that is the design, and again, that's the rear side of the body. So the second to last thing before we're ready to start working on the head is of course the rear side of each arm. We're going to start off with this one. First 3 layers is going to be black concrete, 4th layer is white concrete, and then we do 8 layers of white wool all the way up to the top. And again, that is your basic 12x4, so 3 layers of black concrete, 1 layer of white concrete, and 8 layers of white wool. For the 4th layer, once again, place 4 white concrete as a 3D effect. We're also, on the right side of here, going to replace 2 white wool with white concrete. That's all the detailing we need to do on that side. We're not going to add any additional up the top. So again, that is the rear of the right arm. Other side, exact same. 3 layers of black concrete, 1 layer of white concrete, and then 8 layers of white wool. That will bring you up to the top. And then in terms of detailing, 4th layer for white concrete, and then on the 5th and 6th layers on the first block on the left, replace with 2 white concrete in total. And yeah, that is the rear side of the statue. Once again, 24 tall, 16 wide, 8 wide if you're not including the arms. So that leaves us with one final thing before we start working on the head, and that is of course the shoulders. In terms of shoulders, just fill it in solid using white wool. So that's going to be a 16x4 area of white wool. Once again, we are going to add some small detailing, so come around to the front side once you've filled it in completely. And we're going to start on the left side. We're going to go to the back left corner, go diagonal forwards, replace with white concrete, diagonal forwards again, and white concrete again. So that's the left shoulder. And of course for the right shoulder, go to the back right corner, diagonal to the left, 2 white concrete in total, and from above the shoulders should look like this. So once again, that's a 16x4 area. Of course, this area here will be covered by the head. Just need to make sure that the small little pattern in the 4x4s that are visible are as seen on screen. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the body of the statue. Again, hopefully everyone has something that looks like this. For the people that are unsure, what I'm going to do is a quick spin around. So this will be kind of the final opportunity, but the ultimate opportunity to catch up if you feel you need to, or if you feel anything's gone wrong, etc, etc. So what I'm going to do in this part is go to each different part of the statue, give you guys an opportunity to pause. I'm also going to read out the dimensions just because I'm a super helpful guy. So, in terms of the front side of the legs, that is a 12x8 rectangle. We have the front side of the body, 12x8, and the front side of each arm, 12x4. Once again, pause at any point you feel is necessary. Come around to the left side, we have the left side of the leg, that is 12x4. The underside of the left hand, 4x4, and the left side of the arm, 12x4. Come around to the right side with the right side of the leg, that's 12x4. Underside of the right hand, 4x4, and right side of the arm, 12x4. Come around to the rear side with the rear side of the legs, 12x8. Rear side of the body, 12x8. Rear side of each arm, 12x4. And then the shoulders, which is a 16x4 area. So with that said and done, of course, that is the body of the statue complete. If, again, you're still having issues, just feel free to let me know in the comment section, and I'll try and help you as much as possible on a more personal basis. But again, hopefully everyone has this statue. So, in terms of the head, this is where things get a bit more complicated because it's pretty detailed. But of course we have to work with the variants. So I'm going to show you step by step the 4 different designs, starting off with the heart design. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to build the sides, back and top first, and then we'll worry about the face afterwards. So we're going to come to the front side of the statue, come to the front left corner and count 4 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block we are going to place a black concrete, bring it forwards 1 using black wool and 1 black concrete. On the right side we repeat this, so we go to the right corner, we count 1, 2, 3, 4, and on the 5th block 1 black concrete, 1 black wool and 1 black concrete. What we're then going to do is join them together, so we're just going to place 6 black concrete in between, and on the outer layer we can just change it up a bit, so we'll place 2 black wool, 2 black concrete, and 2 black wool. So again, that's now an 8x2 overhang on the front side of the head. What we're then going to do is come around to the left side, and we're going to expand left, 1 black concrete, 2 black wool, and 2 black concrete. On the other side, exact same, 1 black concrete, 2 black wool, 2 black concrete, and on the rear side, join them together, once again by placing a 6x2 of black concrete in the middle, and then you can feel free to change up the design a bit if you want. I'll get round to that once we get to the rear side of the head. For now, that will give you an 8x8 square. That is going to be the template for the head. So we've got the front side, left side, right side, and rear side. And of course, in total, the head's going to be an 8x8x8 cube with the 3D effect, which is the mask and the straps that connect to said mask. So, starting off, we're going to work on the left side. I know it's peculiar, but again, the front side, the face does vary, so we're going to worry about that afterwards. So, we have the first layer here, that is 2 black concrete, 2 black wool, 2 black concrete, 1 black wool, 1 black concrete. Second layer is going to be 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, and 1 white concrete. The third layer is going to be 5 white wool, 1 white concrete, 1 white wool, and 1 white concrete. So again, that's the third layer. For the fourth layer now, we are going to do 2 white wool, 2 white concrete, and 4 white wool. On top of that, we are going to place 8 white wool. So again, that is 8 white wool, and that is the fifth layer. For the sixth layer, we are going to place 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 2 white concrete, and 2 white wool. On top of that, for the seventh layer, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 2 white wool. And then for the eighth and final layer, we're going to place 1 white concrete, 5 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 5 white wool. I didn't place the fifth block there. 1 white concrete and 1 white wool to cap it off, and that is the left side of the head. So again, that is an 8 by 8 square. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to grab ourselves our light grey wool. On the third layer, we're going to place a row of 8 light grey wool as a 3D effect. And we're also going to do the exact same on the fifth layer. So that's the third layer and the fifth layer, and that is using light grey wool. So again, that's going to represent the straps of the mask, and it's going to link up to the front side. Once you've done that, that is the left side of the head complete. Again, if you want to pause, feel free to do so. And we're going to head around to the right side and pretty much just imitate it. So, starting off, again, first layer is going to be 1 black concrete, 1 black wool, 2 black concrete, 2 black wool, and 2 black concrete. Second layer is going to be 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 1 white wool. Third layer is going to be 1 white concrete, 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, and then 5 white wool. Fourth layer is going to be 4 white wool, 2 white concrete, and 2 white wool. For the fifth layer now, we are going to place 8 white wool. Next layer is going to be 2 white wool, 2 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 1 white wool. For the seventh layer, the second to last layer, it's going to be 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 2 white wool. And then for the eighth and final layer, we're going to place 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, 5 white wool, and 1 white concrete. And again, that is an 8 by 8 square. Just like we did on the other side, on the third layer. And on the fifth layer, we're going to place 8 light grey wool as a 3D effect. And once you've done that, that is the right side of the head complete. So that brings us to the next stage, which is the rear side. Starting off, we're going to replace the second block, the fourth, fifth, and seventh, using black wool on this rear part here. And what you can also do is in this second layer, we can also mix it up. So I'm just going to change the third, the fifth, and also the sixth block, just so it gives you a little pattern like that, and it's not just plain black concrete. In terms of the rear side of the head, so again, we've already got left side and right side. We're just linking in the middle using 6 blocks. Second layer is going to be 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete. So that's the second layer. Third layer is 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 4 white wool. The next layer, which is the fourth layer, is going to be 4 white wool, 1 white concrete, 1 white wool. On top of this, we're going to place 6 white wool. On top of that, we're going to do 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool. Second to last layer is going to be 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, 1 white wool, 2 white concrete, 1 white wool, and then the final layer is going to be 6 white wool. That is an 8 by 8 square. And in terms of the 3D effects on the rear side of the head, we're going to start off on the third layer on the left side. We're going to place 3 light grey wool, leave a 2 block gap, and place 3 light grey wool. On the fourth layer, we're going to leave a 3 block gap, place 2 light grey wool, 3 block gap. Next layer, which is the 5th layer, we place 3 light grey wool, 2 block gap, 3 light grey wool. And then for the remaining 3 layers, on the 4th and 5th block, these 2 middle ones, we're going to build up a 3x2 pillar, and that's going to link around to the 3D effect on the top side of the head. But for now, it should look like this. So we've got the 2 straps either side linking in the middle, and also the one that goes over the top side of the head. So again, that is an 8x8 square. If you want to pause, please feel free to do so. So, coming to the next stage, which is the top of the head, we're going to start at the back left corner and work our way forwards. So we've got our first layer here, which is 1 white concrete, 6 white wool, and 1 white concrete. Second layer is going to be 1 white concrete and 5 white wool. Third layer is going to be 2 white wool, 2 white concrete, 2 white wool. The next layer is going to be 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete. In front of that, 3 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool. Next layer is going to consist of 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 4 white wool. In front of that, we're going to do 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 1 white wool. The final layer is going to consist of 2 white wool, 1 white concrete, 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, and 1 white wool. From above, it looks like this. That is an 8x8 square. And again, in terms of the 3D effect, what we're going to do is on the 4th and 5th block in the middle, we're going to place a row of 2 light grey wool, and we're going to do this all the way to the front, minus 1 block, so it's a 7x2 rectangle. So again, from above, looks like this, and it's just a solid stripe of light grey wool all the way to the front. In fact, we'll bring it forwards another block, so it's an 8x2, and it's a solid stripe all the way across the top of the head. So, currently, that leaves us with one side remaining, and of course that is the front side, the face. Arguably, the most complicated part. So, right now, we have this. Imagine this is filled in, out of solid wool. What we're going to do is we're adding a mask. So the mask is technically going to be a 3D effect. What we're going to do, so we're going to start off on the first layer, come to the second block, we're going to place 1 white concrete, 4 white wool, and 1 white concrete. So again, leave a 1 block gap, either side, left side and right side. Again, ignore this. This is all going to be covered. From this white concrete here, we're going to go up diagonal to the left. We do the exact same on the right side. In between these blocks, we're going to place 1 white wool, 1 white concrete, 2 wool, concrete, wool. So again, this is all a 3D effect at this point, and this is a third block overhang on the front side. For the third layer, from left to right, we are going to place 1 light grey wool, 5 white wool. Of course, we're doing the heart pattern first, so we're going to place 1 red wool, 1 light grey wool. So that is the third layer. The fourth layer is going to consist of 3 white wool, 2 white concrete, 1 red wool, 1 red concrete, 1 red wool. On top of this, we are going to do 1 light grey wool, leave a 2 block gap, place 1 white wool, 1 red wool, 2 block gap, and 1 light grey wool. Next layer is going to be 4 white wool, 1 red wool, 1 red concrete, and 2 red wool. On top of this, we are going to do 1 white concrete, 2 white wool, 2 white concrete, 1 red wool, 1 red concrete, and 1 white concrete. And on top of that, for the final layer, we're going to leave 1 block. We're going to place 1 white concrete, 4 white wool, and 1 white concrete. And again, this is the basic pattern it gives you. In these 2 gaps either side, we're going to indent 2 black concrete. So this is going to act as the eyes. By indent, I mean set 1 block back into the head. And that is the front side of the heart mask. Now, the thing about the heart mask is it actually kind of impedes to the side as well. So if you head round to the right side, we're going to come to, first off, the 7th layer, second block. We're going to replace that with red concrete and red wool. Underneath this, we're going to place 2 red wool, 1 red concrete. Underneath this, next to this red wool here, we're going to place 2 red wool. And once you've done that, from a side angle, the head will look something like this. So you've got half a heart here, and the other half on this point. And of course, there would be a block here, but this is part of the strap as the 3D effect. So that is the first head variant complete. That is the heart version. Again, I'll do a little spin around with my arm off, just so you can pause if necessary. For the next step, I will be showing you how to build the diamond version. So again, if you want to build the body, feel free to pause the video, build the body to the exact same specification, the head to the exact same specification, just by changing the front side of the face. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch out to my arm again. We're also going to replace the side of the head because the side doesn't need the red wool and the red concrete. So again, just a reminder, the 2 blocks here are replaced with white wool. Then it's going to be 2 white wool, 1 white concrete. And then for the 2 blocks here, we're going to place 2 white wool. So again, should look like this from the side angle. Heading around to the front side, we are going to replace the first layer, the red wool, with white wool. The next 3 blocks here, all with white wool. This 1 block in the middle, white wool. The next layer is going to be 4 white wool, and then the final 2 blocks, again, 2 white wool. So this is what the mask looks like plain. In terms of the diamond effect is going to be on the left side of the face. So starting on the 4th layer, this block here, we're going to punch out 1, 2, 3, and we're going to place 1 red wool, 1 red concrete, and 1 red wool. Underneath the concrete, we place a red concrete. Above the red wool, we place 2 red wool, go 1 to left using red concrete, and 1 to left using red wool. Above the red concrete, place another red concrete. Once you've done that, that is the red diamond pattern complete. Very, very simple, very easy to do, and as you can see, nice, simple red diamond. Again, returning to the original form, on the basis you pause the video, copied that. We're going to replace this 1 red wool here with white concrete. The remaining blocks is going to be white wool. That gives us back to our normal pattern. And then we can start on the next pattern, which is in this case going to be the clubs pattern. So as I specified earlier, instead of using black wool and black concrete because it merged with the eyes, I'm going to be using grey concrete and grey wool. If you want to change that, feel free to do so. Again, that's my choice, but you can choose differently. So starting off, we are going to place in between the 2 eyes, replace these 2 white wool with 2 grey wool. Above this, we're going to place a 2x2 of grey concrete. On the lower layer of the 2x2, we're going to go 2 to the left and 2 to right using grey wool. So again, currently looks like this. Underneath the eyes, starting on the left side, we're going to place 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wool. Underneath the grey wool, 1 grey concrete. Right side exact same, so on the left part, 1 grey wool, 1 grey concrete. Underneath the wool, we're going to place a concrete. And with that done, that is the clubs pattern. Once again, if you want to do it in black wool, you're more than welcome to do so. Just for demonstration purposes, I will show you what it looks like if you want to change it up. And again, that's up to you. Another alternative, instead of using black concrete, would be using coal, because it wouldn't merge with the eyes as much. But again, as you can see, it merges a bit too much for my liking, so that's why I kind of keep it with the grey. Anyways, returning to the original state, again, opportunity to pause. We are going to replace it all again with white wool, with the exception of the 2 blocks in between, which are going to go back to being our white concrete. So there we go. So that is, again, the basic shape. 2 blocks in the middle on the 7th layer, white concrete, as I said. There we go. So the final design, which is the spades, is going to once again be on the left side of the front side of the face. Next to this light grey wool, we're going to place a grey concrete. Above this, we're going to place 2 grey wool, a grey concrete. From here, we're going to leave this block. This 1 white wool here is going to be 1 grey wool. Above the eye, we're going to place 1 grey concrete, 1 grey wool, and above the grey concrete, 1 grey wool. Once again, if you want to switch it out with black, you're more than welcome to do so. With that done, that is the spades design complete. So yeah, that is pretty much it. That is the 4 different suits done. Again, pretty easy tutorial, apart from the final little stretch with the different designs. But what's cool about this is you've got technically 4 different statues in one tutorial. If you want to keep the blank version as well, like this, that's a 5th statue. So really, really awesome. Again, I really do hope you enjoyed or found it at all useful. And whilst I ramble, I'm going to return it to my favourite version, which is of course the hearts version. So yeah, again, if you did like the video at all, then definitely consider leaving a like on the way out, and also leaving a comment, not only about what you thought about the video, whether you liked it, disliked it, what you liked, what you didn't, but also what you want to see on the channel in the near future. That's in terms of series, content, just anything. Your feedback is greatly appreciated. And yeah, apart from that, if you haven't already, consider subscribing. Definitely do. Hit the notification bell to stay updated every time I upload. And again, check out Tanto Network, the server that I own, which is, of course, free to play. That's a Minecraft 1.12 PC server, and I really hope to see you on there soon. Again, that's Townie, Creative, and Skyblock. Apart from that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, my name has been Gummy, and goodbye. Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true.